Welcome to the whiteboard session. Today we're going to talk about the four-burner theory. The four-burner theory simply means that you have to take your life and divide it into four quadrants. So we will do it here, where we're going to have the four F's. The first one here is family. Second one here is finance. Third one here is friends. And last one here is fitness or your health. The four-burner theory clearly states that if you want to maximize your potential, if you want to fully optimize your life, at least one of these burners must be switched off. And if you want to live your best life, then two of these burners must be completely off. Now, hypothetically, I try to beat the four-burner theory. My theory was, how can I still live a fully engaged life but not switch off any of these things? So I came up with different ways of looking at it. I decided, how about I start working from home, which means that I'm spending most of my time at home. My kids are being homeschooled. How about finance? Because I'm working from home, I spend most of my time from home here. And to bring in fitness, rather than sitting on my desk, I buy a standing desk. And I can see you looking at me and thinking, this guy is crazy. How do I do that? And occasionally weekends, I spend it with my friends. I tried that for a while, but then I realized very well that I cannot optimize myself. So I had to try different things here to see which one works best and which one makes me feel better. So I started, the first one here, I started like, which of these am I going to switch off? But to make that possible, I came up with three different scenarios for me to be able to succeed and not deny myself any of these things. The first thing I had to accept here is you can't have everything. You can have anything you want, but you can't have everything at the same time. I can't have family. I can't have the best finance. I can't be in the best shape of my life and spend a lot of my friends all the time without paying the price. So the first thing that I had to accept here is life is about trade-offs. You have to realize that success equals sacrifice, or sacrifice equals success. You have to always sacrifice the good for the best. You always have to sacrifice the good for your great life that you want. So the first thing I did here is I realized that there have to be trade-offs. What is it that I'm willing to trade right now in this stage so that I can achieve the kind of life that I want? Number one here is I had to accept one thing. Limitations. As human beings, we're limited in terms of lifespan, we're limited in terms of energy, we're limited in terms of finance, we're limited in terms of time during the day. So how do I maximize what I have now with the little time that I have? Even though that shines a very bright spotlight on my limitations, also it shows me that I cannot fully optimize my potential in every area here. So I have to choose. So how can I do with what I have? That is the first thing that I had to do. And I had to accept the fact that I'm limited in the things that I have and the resources that I have. The second thing here is I had to change this and accept that we live our lives in phases. What phase of my life am I in now? Because if you are in your 20s, it's so much different for you to focus more on your finance and on your fitness. When you get into your 50s, you're focusing more on your finance and your family. When you are in your 60s, coming to your retirement, you're focusing a lot on your family and your friends. So what phase of your life are you in now? Because if you don't understand what phase of your life you're in, you're going to struggle. The third thing here, I had to understand and realize that we all like magicians. We all like people that are peddling balls in the air. And these are all balls. And when you see the ball peddler in a circus, at any given time, he might have 10 balls that he's peddling, that he keeps on juggling, but he only has contact with 2 balls. The other 8 balls are always constantly in the air. So there it made me realize that I have to juggle. I have to learn to juggle. I cannot be successful in every single thing that I do. I have to learn to juggle my life. Now, from your point of view here is, all I need you to ask yourself is, where are you? Which phase of your life are you in right now? And how do you where are you and which of these are you going to switch off? Because you cannot optimize your life unless you switch off. I came up with a very simple theory here. Number 1, family is everything. And the only way you're going to invest in your family, rather than thinking about tomorrow or what you didn't do yesterday, is to make sure that you have to create rituals. And one of the things that I've done at home, when I go home, I've got a glass jar by the door. You have to keep your phone in it. Because one thing that is stealing our time when with our families, it's not like we don't have enough time together. It's because everybody's busy on their phone. Everybody's busy on their electronics. And that time that you're busy talking to somebody that is 1,000 kilometers away, the person that is next to you that is craving your love, the person that is craving your attention is missing out. So the first thing that we have to do here when we're not working, we have to cut off electronics. Straight away, the electronics have to go. The second thing that we need to do when it comes to increasing family quality time, we have to have it on a schedule. We have to decide which day of the week are we going to do family-related activities. It can be like a Thursday afternoon. It can be Saturday afternoon. You have to have events where, be it one day of the weekend, I prefer on Saturday, where you and your whole family go hiking. You and your whole family go walking. You and your whole family take your dogs out to the park. You have to have fun-related things that brings the family together, and those things need to be non-negotiable. The second thing here is things like dinner. This is family time. You need things like dinner. You have to have a day in the family. Dinner time is dinner time. If you're having your dinner at 6 or you're having your dinner at 6:30, nobody's allowed to be busy watching television or have a piece of electronic while it is dinner time. If it's dinner time is between 6:30 and 7:30, everybody has to sit on the table, everybody has to engage in the meal, and everybody has to immerse themselves in the person next to them. This is the time for you to know how everybody's day was, what is happening in everybody's life, what is happening in people's professional careers. If you're doing that 5 days a week, 6 days a week, 7 days a week, then you are spending easy those 7 hours a week times 4, or even let's use an example of 5. That's easy 40 hours that you're spending, that you've set aside just for family time. When it comes to finance, number 1 thing here is you have to have a budget. The unfortunate thing, we learn about budgeting too late in life rather than learning early. We have to understand what money is. We have to be taught how to make money, how to invest money, how to keep money, and how to make our money grow. So finance becomes very, 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 very important part. We need to understand money is an exchange of value. We have to make ourselves so valuable that automatically it increases how much money that we make. Fitness. Fitness is one of those you have to have a routine. We simplify our lives by outsourcing. Most of these things, as family, we buy more time where we get babysitters or we drop our kids to daycare centers. That's outsourcing. Finance, we get people like accountants. We get tax experts. This becomes outsourcing. Fitness, let's get a personal trainer. Get somebody to become your training partner. That's outsourcing all these things. Friends, take a friend and go to the gym with them. Start a healthy, competitive fitness regime challenge with a friend. So outsourcing becomes an easy way of doing this. But when it comes to finance here, you have to change your own personal standards. You have to make excellence to be your operating standard. You have to make sure that you become the best in what you do in terms of upskilling and upgrading yourself. You should always keep on writing yourself. Make yourself obsolete every 100 days. Never wait for the market, the environment, the company, or the people around you to write you off. Fitness, you have to have a standard. Let's say, for an easy example, for me, I will always say, anytime I'm not able to do 20 push-ups, I know something is wrong. Anytime I know that my body fat percentage goes past a certain stage, I know something is wrong. Anytime my pants, a certain pair of pants can't fit. So you have to have a standard. You have to have a standard because majority of people don't have standards. And by the time it gets out of hand, you don't even know when it started. You have to have a standard. I can't weigh more than this. I can't be heavier than this. I can't go past this body fat percentage. I can't eat this kind of meals 2 times a week. I can't eat this. I can't drink this 3 times a week. All those things it sets new high standards for you. And for friends, you have to find friends. One of the things, as you get older, you'll find that your friends have to be people that are chosen more or less with your purpose rather than with your interests. When we were younger, we choose friends purely based on interest. You can be with friends because your interest is playing soccer, your interest is playing basketball, your interest is going out to chase chicks, your interest is eating junk. But interests change. At this age, if you want to use this, the 4 burner theory, and manipulate this to serve you, most of your friends, most of your engagements now have to be based purely on principle. And if it's principle, you realize that being healthy, being fit, being strong, being agile is one of your principles in terms of fulfilling your full potential in life, and your friends will be chosen. If you don't have friends that are in fitness, you'll end up meeting friends in the gym, and that makes you become friends with them. I hope this makes sense. Anything that you have to add on, let me know in the comment section. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, do the right thing. Press the subscribe button, like and share, and catch you next in the next topic. God bless.